What up, YouTube fam? I hope everybody is doing well this afternoon on this day, on this good Sunday. Today I'm going to talk about something different than I usually do. However, along my journey, I've been involved in a lot of different things, a lot of different ventures. And today I'm going to be talking about my experience as a car salesman, what you can expect, as well as the pros and cons. All right. I guess I'll start with the cons first. Um, the main one is crazy hours. All right, you're gonna be working. Uh, Most days like 8 to 8. You know, we did have Sundays off, so most dealerships do Sundays off. Certain holidays, but I mean even that, some holidays you gotta work. And then I think we had like one early out day and one late in day, and then one off day during the week. With that being said, okay, just because your time off doesn't necessarily mean you get off at that time. So let me explain. Uh, you get in at 8:30. Which you kind of want to be in early because usually it's like a morning meeting or something like that. You don't want to be late to the meeting. That sucks. They kind of pick on you for that, even if you're like 30 seconds late. So make sure that you are there on time. First of all. But let's say you schedule from 8:30 to 5, right? 5 o'clock hits. Well, let's say about 4:30, right? 4:30 hits. You outside standing. A customer comes in. They want to test drive a vehicle. You take them on a test drive, and then from that point, they like, all right, I like it. I like you. I want to buy it. Okay. At that point, you're in the middle of a sale. So you got two options. One is to continue your sale, which I would recommend, or two, which is have somebody else take over and then y'all split the sale, which I probably wouldn't recommend. You want to be working with your clients as much as possible so that they build a relationship with you. You build that rapport. So next time that they want to buy a vehicle, they come in to see you, or if one of their friends or family members want to buy a vehicle, they'll get that vehicle from you as well. All right. So with that whole process, it's not quick. So you may get off at supposed to get off at 5, but you may be in there till 8:30, 9 o'clock. I know I've had that happen on a number of occasions. Same thing, on Saturdays or whatever the case is. Same thing with your day off. You may schedule a client to come in on your scheduled day on Thursday, but they for some reason want to reschedule on your day off, or that's their only day that they can come in. Again, you have that option of dealing with that client or that individual on your own, or you can have somebody else take care of it, which in that case, you kind of split the deal. And again, from my experience, it's always best to work with your own clients if you have the ability to, and it's something that you can manage, because then you don't have to split any profits. Not only just that, again, you want to build that rapport to make sure that the next time they buy a vehicle, they come to see you, or they want to trade their vehicle in and exchange out. They're getting that vehicle from you and not somebody else, because y'all built that relationship, y'all have talked, and they feel comfortable with you, right? If they dealing with 2, 3 different people, or you're not, expressing or communicating the right way, you're not gonna get that person to come back. Okay. Um, Another thing is it can get a little bit boring. Okay, if you don't have a client directly in front of you, or you're not actually in the process of a sale, it can get a little bit boring. So you got to make sure you're doing things that kind of keep you busy. Management really don't care what you do. They're not going to be over your back. Typically during that time, I'm posting some of the vehicles on Facebook or some other platform, or I make cold calls. A lot of people don't like cold calls, but when you're starting out, or you just kind of want to get the edge, or you don't like being bored, and you just want to practice your skills, you cold call a little bit, and with that, it's a hit or miss. You may be able to get somebody to come in, may not. You can also read up on things, increase your knowledge of sales, work on some other stuff, but you play games on your phone. Do what you want to do. I'd rather be as productive as possible to make sure I'm expanding my knowledge base. But um, yeah, it can get a little bit boring. Another con is people look down on that industry as a car salesman because of the idea that they're pushy, that they scheme and lie and different things like that. That can be true. I've seen people kind of do that. People have told me that other salesmen do that. Definitely, the management a little can be a little sketchy sometimes too. But you want to separate yourself from that idea. Meet the customer where they are, and just kind of be yourself. I had people plenty of times tell me things like, "Man, like you so chill and laid back. Like, I've never dealt with somebody like that, or, I'm glad you wasn't this way because then I probably wouldn't have bought a car. I wouldn't have felt the same way." Tons of people tell me that. So everybody has their own way that they do things. But, people will kind of look down on you because of that and kind of will have a preconceived mindset of what they think you are gonna be like, etc. So, more times than not, I'm surprising people or shocking people, and turning things around. Kind of along with that same con, your interests may not um, coincide with the management. Sometimes your interests conflict, uh, and I've gotten to that situation a few times. Like management kind of put me in a bad position. Not the I don't really know what their job fully entails, so I can't talk about that too much, which I did, discuss that with management previously. And also disclosure. I'm no longer in the business at this point. Uh, Based on the pros, I'm actually considering jumping back into it. Hopefully, my supervisor or the owner of the company I'm working for now does not see this. But I will talk to them and give them a lot of notice before I decide to make that step. However, there are some pros, but those are the main cons. See if I could think of anything else. My dealership was pretty decent. I'm a pretty easy guy to get along with. I'm not really really aggressive person. I'm more I wouldn't say passive, but assertive. But I'm not necessarily aggressive. So I kind of got along with everybody. I didn't have any issues. But not all dealerships are like that. You can run into potential issues and problems and situations with people that may not uh, benefit you. Like I did have, especially two. It was two people they hated it. They couldn't stand each other, right? But I was cool with both of them, and they would walk past and talk shit about the other one to me, and the other one would talk shit about this one, and it was kind of a weird dynamic. And I knew that they knew that they was talking shit about each other to me, and it was just kind of weird. Um, but you can deal with. I've heard other dealerships that had poor environments where everybody kind of didn't get along or fought for sales and different things like that. Just don't lose yourself. Don't um, jeopardize your integrity for money. Just kind of take it how it is and move forward. But the pros, right? Number one pro um, is definitely the money. Okay, um, if you're active, you're okay with communicating with people, and you're not afraid to put yourself out there and go after the sale, you can make some good money, which is one reason why all the pros are the reasons why I'm thinking about getting back into it, considering it. Okay, but you can make some really good money. Some months are different than others, and that's just sales. Okay, there are peaks, and there are lower times of the year where people just generally don't buy cars. But then it'll blow right back up. So you may have a 10K month You may have a 15K month. You may have a 5K month. I don't think I've had a 3K month, but um, the commission can go up and down, which could be a pro or a con to you. You only get you get your draw, which I'll explain all that in a different video probably. But basically, you get your commission check once a month, and they give you a little bit of money, like once every 2 weeks, that ultimately gets pulled back out of your commission check at the end of the month, just to kind of keep something in your pocket. But then again, they take that back out. So take it how it resonates. Every dealership is a little bit different, but you can make a lot of money. Okay, more than most jobs, which is why I'm considering getting back into it. Because where I'm at now, like man, I was doing so well. I can't do this, man. So the money, right? Two, which is maybe a con for some, but definitely a pro for me, is there's always an opportunity to expand and grow, right? You can learn new sales skills, new sales tactics, which you have to, or you're not going to do well, okay? If you don't have the mindset um, and the mental fortitude to grow and expand and really grasp the concept of understanding sales, understanding people, understanding your product, which I was okay at because I don't necessarily I'm not like, oh man, I want a Ferrari or I'm not a big car guy. As long as I'm not a very materialistic person, but as long as my vehicle drives, it's somewhat comfortable. I did get a little bit bougie working in a dealership, so now my vehicle does have to have heated seats. I love that during the wintertime. Um, you know, but I digress. All right, let me take a step back. Take it a step back a bit, but you do have to have product knowledge as well. And vehicles constantly change. The industry changes, so you have to constantly be willing to expand and grow, which is something that I'm interested in. Another reason thinking about making that transition is kind of like the job where I'm at. I'm here, and it's not really. I'm doing great, but it's not a lot of opportunities for growth and expansion. Okay, I'm kind of where I'm at, and it's nothing really else to learn or push me forward to do better or to um, advance. Okay, it's not much room for that. Um, Think of some other pros. Those are about the two biggest pros that I can think of. If you're a people's person, being able to deal with people may be a good thing. I do like to communicate with people and meet new people and different things like that. I wouldn't say I'm necessarily a people's person, so I don't know if that would be a pro for me. But you know, that's generally what you can expect from working at a car dealership. I did meet a lot of my clients. We did speak outside of that. We did kind of become friends and different things like that. You do get to meet a lot of interesting people, do a lot of different things, and it's a journey. It's definitely a journey. Every day is different. Every month is different. So I mean, if you like to grow, you like to change, you like to evolve, and you like to experience new things, then the car dealership may be for you. Okay, if you like, I don't know about liking long hours, but if you can stand the long hours, if you have that mental fortitude, then the car dealership or being a car salesman may work for you. Alright, but that's my knowledge, that's my experience with it. Um, Again, like I said, I'm definitely interested in getting back into it. Thinking about it. So if that's something I decide to do, maybe I'll let y'all know a little bit more about the new dealership I'm at, or if I go to the same one, post a little bit more on that. But let me know in the comments if you like it, if you found some help from this video, if you ever thought about, getting a career in car sales or whatever the case is. Do like, subscribe, and